Hey Internet, this is Evan. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Actually, it's not. It's really cold and kind of miserable out earlier today. But I had my Tonx coffee come in last week, and I'm just going to brew up a cup of that right now, and wanted to demonstrate how to do a pour over coffee. It's really fast. All you do is you boil some water, so like set up your kettle and get your water boiling, and then you can walk away from that while it's starting to boil in the morning. But pretty easy. This is my bag of Colombian coffee from Tonx Coffee. It's got a nice color and everything like that. So what we do, you get yourself a scale. I just have a little salter scale. Got that at a kitchen shop for $20. They usually only cost about $20 to $25 for a tiny scale like that. Make sure it has, well, I'd say make sure it has metric, because that's what I would want. Zero it out, put a container on there, and what you're looking for to make like a 300 milliliter cup of coffee, which is about 12 ounces, you'll want about 21 grams of coffee. And it doesn't look like that much. So here's what you get out of it. So it doesn't look like all that much, but that's 21 grams of coffee. So I've already got mine pre-ground. Just ground it a second ago so I could show you this. So we set that aside, put our cup that we want to put our coffee in, and then I have a Hario Pourover with the unbleached paper filters. Great little single cup of coffee little maker. And what we do is we will take a bit of hot water, and I will get the filter wet. And what this does, it makes it so that the filter is not absorbing all of your water, for one. Kind of gets some of the dust down out of there also. And another thing that it does is it allows you to preheat your cup so that you don't lose any energy from the hot of your coffee with your cup. So I usually take just a little bit of the water and swirl it around like that so that it heats the cup up. Just like that. And then I throw that away. And then we take our coffee and put that in there like that. So, and then what I'm using to do my pouring is I'm using a milk pitcher actually. Any type of pitcher that pours well though gets you a nice little stream, so you can control the pour is a good thing though. So here's how we do it. First, our initial pour, first we've got to zero this out so that we can tell how many milliliters of water we're using. We're going to go for 300 milliliters, and a milliliter of water at sea level is a gram. So that's how we can control how much water we're going to put in this. So initially, we will take and we'll pour from the outside in, and we'll get all of the grounds wet there in the center. So just like that. And that's about 80 grams of water. So 80 milliliters is how much that is. And you can see it kind of puffs up, and you can see the grounds sort of expanding, and that's kind of what you want to see. You can see some of the gases like coming out of those grounds right there. So that's what you want to see there. And then after that's settled just for a moment, and you go back and you start in the middle this time, because you don't want to push from the outside again away from that wall. Start in the middle and you pour very gently. I'm not pouring gently enough to keep a stream there. There we go. Pour very gently so that the middle sort of starts expanding to the outer wall, and you just kind of swirl very, very slowly until your scale reads the volume of water you want. And I want 300 milliliters, so I'm going to go for 300 grams. So there's my 300 grams, and you can see puffs up a little bit, and now it's draining through the coffee. Next time I do this demonstration, I'll be sure to have coffee that I haven't let sit for. This coffee here has sat for about, it's been about 10 days, maybe 12 days. So it's kind of I don't know, arguably at the end of where you would want to drink it from the roast date. So that's why you see it going through a little fast. Usually how fast it goes through if you're doing like a finer grind means that the coffee's getting a little old. Usually for a really fresh roast, you'll see that plume sort of puff up and be really kind of puffy on the top, both when you do that initial pour and when you do the second one. So this is almost done. Almost all the water is out of it already. So I'll just move this to the side, and there's my product. Looks beautiful, at least. We'll give it a taste. Still tastes very good, and this is really how I would expect a Columbian to taste too. So even though it's a little old, it's still rather tasty, even like this. So again, I'm Evan. This is Tonx Coffee Columbian, and thanks very much for watching. Have a good night.